Listen to the story. In 1994, two Americans answered an invitation from the Russian Department of Education to teach morals and ethics based on Christian principles. One place they went to was a large orphanage. About 100 boys and girls who had been abandoned, abused, and left in the care of a government program were there. They relate the following story in their own words. It was nearing the holiday season in 1994, and it was time for our orphans to hear for the first time the traditional story of Christmas. We told them about Mary and Joseph arriving in Bethlehem. Finding no room in the inn, the couple went to a stable where the baby Jesus was born and placed in a manger. Throughout the story, the children sat in amazement as they listened. Some sat on the edges of their stools, trying to grasp every word. Completing the story, we gave the children 3 small pieces of cardboard to make a crude manger. Each child was given a small paper square cut from yellow napkins I had brought with me. No coloured paper was available in the town. Following instructions, the children tore the paper and carefully laid strips in the manger for straw. Small squares of flannel cut from a worn-out nightgown an American lady was throwing away as she left Russia were used for the baby's blanket. A doll-like baby was also created. All went well until I got to one table where little Misha sat. He looked to be about 6 years old and had finished his project. As I looked at the little boy's manger, I was startled to see not 1, but 2 babies in the manger. Quickly, I called for the translator to ask the lad why there were 2 babies in the manger. Crossing his arms in front of him and looking at this completed manger scene, the child began to repeat the story very seriously. For such a young boy who had only heard the Christmas story once, he related the happenings accurately until he came to the part where Mary put the baby in the manger. Then Misha started to ad-lib. He made up his own ending to the story, and he said this. And when Maria laid the baby in the manger, Jesus looked at me and asked me if I had a place to stay. I told him I have no mama and I have no papa, so I don't have any place to stay. Then Jesus told me I could stay with him. But I told him I couldn't because I didn't have a gift to give him like everybody else did. But I wanted to stay with Jesus so much, so I thought about what I had that maybe I could use for a gift. I thought maybe if I kept him warm, that would be a good gift. So I asked Jesus, if I keep you warm, will that be a good enough gift for you? And Jesus told me, if you keep me warm, that will be the best gift anybody ever gave me. So I got into the manger, and then Jesus looked at me and he told me I could stay with him for always. As little Misha finished his story, his eyes brimmed full of tears, and they splashed down his little cheeks. The little orphan had found someone who would never abandon him or abuse him, someone who would stay with him forever. Isn't that what Christmas is all about?